All right, your first video back. We're going to solve quadratic linear systems of equations. Now what that means is you are going to have one quadratic, remember quadratic has a squared term, and one linear, which doesn't. Okay, so it's one line and one parabola, and then where they hit, you're going to have answers. So you're going to solve one equation for y, substitute y into the second, solve for x, you're going to always get two answers, and then plug each answer into finding for y. So in the end, you have a parabola cut by a line. It's going to intersect in 2 points. So you're going to have an x and a y, and an x and a y. So remember, this is our this is our tada method. Two answers done always. So you're going to get a value for x, and then you're going to find out what the value for y is. May want to write these down. Might be good for you. All right, so here's the first one. So this is the first one is the quadratic, denoted by the squared. That means it's a quadratic. This one is linear. It's a line. There's no exponents on either one of those that you can see. So they're both equal to y, so that's handy. So we just take one of these and we plug it in for y. So I'm going to take that one and put it there. All right, now we have a quadratic equation and we solve it. This is what we did all last week. Get everything equal to 0. And then if you're happy and you know it, you can factor. So we have a quadratic. This is a trinomial, so you use guess and check or the AM method. And in this case, two numbers that multiply to 5 and add to -6 are -1 and -5. We T-chart and solve. Right, so we have our x values. So remember, we get our x values. I'm not making like weird smiley faces here. I'm making points. We're going to have 2 points as answers. So those are my x values. I now have to find my y. Now I would suggest the linear, because it's generally the easier one. Doesn't matter which one you put it in, because they're exactly the same point, so it makes no difference. So y equals 2 times 1 minus 2. So I just put this 1 in, and I'm going to get the y value out. Now I do the same thing with the 5. So it's y equals 10 minus 2, or 8. And those are my 2 points. So these two graphs intersect at 1, 0 and 5, 8. Let's try another one. So this bad boy here is not set equal to 0. I'm going to use a different color because I feel like it. Alright, one is set equal to 0 and the others isn't. So this one is equal to 0. So we take this and plug it in for y. There's always the option of having them both equal to y. I meant y, excuse me. There's always the option of having them both equal to y and then just setting them equal to each other. I just don't tend to talk about that one much. So 6 minus x get plugged in for y, and then I write the rest of it. Combine your like terms. This is 6 and -6, so that's 0. And then we just solve here. Oh, sorry, I'm doing the answers already in my head. So we add x to both sides. Remember, that's 1x. So it's x squared minus 5x. So that is a binomial. So that's either GCF or dots. And in this case, it's not dots. It's GCF. X is a common factor of both of these. You set this one equal to 0, this one equal to 0. This one's done. So x is 0 and x is 5. So those are our two numbers for x. Now we have to plug them back in for y. So again, I'm going to do this one, the linear here. Plug 0 in. So y is 6. And then I plug 5 in. And y is 1. So when I plug the 5 in, I get a 1 out for y. Done. So you just have to be able to solve quadratics. And that's really it. Last one for fun. I know you're super excited. Okay, so in this case, y equals x squared. This is the one that's already set equal to y. I'm going to take that and plug it in. So I'm going to get x squared right there, plus 4x equals plus 12, or in this case, just 12 is fine. Okay, and we solve. So we subtract 12, x squared plus 4x minus 12. Remember, these are not like terms, cannot combine those, so we just factor. Let's see, x plus 6, x minus 4. Oh, no, not 4, 2. T-chart, x plus 6 equals 0, so x is negative 6. X minus 2 equals 0, so x equals 2. Same deal again. Once you've got your x values, you need your y values. This one looks like the easier one now to me, so that's the one I'm going to use. But it's truly up to you. Makes no difference. Just remember, when you're squaring a negative, it is a positive. So that you know, get the right answer, I guess. So there's my two answers, -636 and 24. Awesome. All right, see you tomorrow. Enjoy.